What's up everyone, hope you're doing good. In this video, very important topic, I want to talk about foods that I regret stopping to eat. And now that I'm looking back, as soon as I stopped eating those food, I started losing strength, losing muscle mass, not feeling at my best. I'm pretty sure my testosterone levels were dropping. Yes, believe it or not, by changing food sources. Alright, it's not just about the macros and how many grams of fats and proteins that you're getting, but also the sources of your macros, the sources of your protein. Where is this protein coming from? Are you doing whole eggs, or are you doing egg whites and peanut butter? Are you doing chicken, or are you doing lean meats? Are you doing olive oil, or are you doing peanut butter for your fats? Things like that do matter. And now that I'm looking back at my bodybuilding journey, those foods were the ones that were causing the growth that I had and got the biggest. All right, when I was eating those foods, and it's not limited to those foods, but those are ones that we don't often think about. All right, we often think about bodybuilding, oh, rice, chicken, broccoli. Eat rice and chicken and broccoli, you're not gonna be as your strongest. Trust me, I've tried it. If I can open my closet now, I've got like over 50 cans of tuna. And even though I can get anyways, I'm not gonna get into details between what I can get and what price, but I would much rather spend the extra money to get red meat. And it's not because there's more fat or whatever, no, it's a lot more nutritious. Vitamins and minerals, the B12, the zinc, the iron, all right, that are not gonna be as present in chicken. Okay, Stanfording was saying, I've watched a lot about his seminar, especially in the past, and someone asked him beef versus chicken, and he's like, have you ever seen a big chicken? That's your answer. Eat the beef, eat the cow. That's the big muscle that's gonna get you strong. And yes, it's just an analogy and it's a joke, but for real, do you know how long it takes to just raise a cow? How much food it needs? All right, a cow has 4 stomachs, which means that what it eats, it can ferment in one of these stomachs, so it can absorb all the B12 from the grass, all the vitamins and minerals that can go to the muscle, as opposed to a chicken that is maybe raised in a 1 by 1 10 chicken on top of each other. Anyways, not the best conditions and not as long of a lifespan, so it's not gonna get as nutritious in the muscles. Not to get too deep into that, me trying experience on myself, eating just white fish, chicken, tuna, egg whites, as opposed to eating real good quality red meat. All right, huge difference, even if the macros are the exact same. That's the first one. Second one, whole eggs. I'm back on eating 6 whole eggs at least every single day. And I'm looking back to the time where I was the most jacked man. I was eating even 8 whole eggs a day. All right, don't fear the fat. Fat is your friend. Fat is your testosterone booster. We all want to try to boost our testosterone. This is easy testosterone booster. It's filled, all right, with testosterone. See it that way. Of course, you're not eating testosterone that has cortisol, the fat that will increase your testosterone, and sorry, I said cortisol, cholesterol. And people fear cholesterol, your body produces it. So actually you want to give it to your body, and then, well, first of all, your body produces it, so overeating cholesterol will just make your body produce less. That's the first thing, and your body can extract it. Second thing, you need cholesterol to build testosterone. So if you're low on fats, your hormones will plummet, you will not have a good fat testosterone levels. My God, super late, sorry for all the mistakes. I just wanted to get this video out because I did my groceries. Liver, beef liver, I'm a big fan of liver. Liver covers so many vitamins and minerals. If you just go on nutrition chart for the liver and see all the vitamins and minerals, you will be surprised. The vitamin A, everything that you get in there, it's also a lot more nutritious than real steak. All right, it's just the way it is. All right, livers and organs, yes, they might not be the best tasting, but put a bit of lemon juice, put a bit of coriander, lemon, garlic, onion, it's gonna taste very good, very nutritious. I try to get liver at least once a month. Now I'm gonna bring it up to once every 2 weeks, and I really love it. All right, so if you've got money that you don't know where to invest it and you want to grow, instead of buying supplements or tuna or fish or chicken first, go for red meat, liver, good quality eggs. I'm a big fan of brown eggs, but the ones that you like. Moving on, let's talk about omega-3. Omega-3 is very important, and I love this brand, Aqua Omega, because 1 spoon you get every single thing you need. All right, you get your fatty acids that are super important, that are very hard to get, except if you're eating salmon. You've got, in this one, there's added vitamin D. I really like it. Okay, I'm not sponsored. I wish, but honestly, Aqua Omega 1 spoon, because I used to always struggle with my pills and just eat one or two. But this 1 spoon and you're done for the day. All right, and if you don't want to always make sure that, because if you want to get your omega 3 from salmon, I believe you need at least 3 or 4 servings a week. All right, depending on your size, and sometimes you just don't get them. All right, just the way it is. So that's why getting your omega 3 daily super important, and I feel it. I feel the difference. I feel like my joints feel better, my testosterone is kind of higher. For sure, it's a combination of a lot of things. Olive oil, also, we're talking about fats, and I much rather include olive oil over peanut butter, almond butter, or nuts. Okay, it's oh yeah, just stretching. So the nuts, the problem with nuts is, first of all, a lot of people say peanut butter for my protein. It's not even a good protein source, very higher in fat, so don't eat peanut butter for protein. But also, they are not as bioavailable. The protein that you're getting in there is really not bioavailable. It's not the best source of protein. So I love eating peanut butter because it tastes good, but in terms of nutrition, you're way better off getting your fat from something like olive oil. Moving on. Greek yogurt, all right, you get your probiotics, high in protein, but also the calcium in there, very important. And eating milk has always been associated with growth, right? Babies eat milk, baby cows eat milk, they grow, and it just has some growth effects to it, all right? That maybe on paper we don't see it, but for me, as soon as I incorporate some Greek yogurt, now I'm doing lactose free, I feel it better in my digestion. But I do feel like Greek yogurt is a growth food that we have been removing because people are scared of dairy. And lastly, I want to talk about sourdough bread. Yes, it's not my main carb source, so don't come to me at it, but I love it because sourdough, it means it's fermented. So with that fermentation process, it becomes easier to digest. It's easier for you to get the carbs, and I feel like it's easy for me to get down carbs from sourdough bread as opposed to, for example, potatoes or rice or oatmeal. Rice is the easiest, I mean, with the cream of rice and rice, but sourdough bread, I feel like a lot of people leave it out. A lot of bodybuilders will be like, you know what, just rice and chicken. But you're limiting yourself and you're limiting your food sources. And when you limit yourself so much, you will mess up your digestion in the long term, because then you're just eating and getting your body used to one certain protein. It's good to have a diversity. I'm not saying just eat liver and eggs and don't change it. No, I'm switch it up. I still do eat tuna cans in the evenings. I make sometimes sandwiches, but don't limit your meals to the same boring same thing, because it's also not ideal. It's not the more you suffer, the better it is. It's okay to enjoy yourself, and actually enjoying yourself will make it more sustainable. You want a dessert, Greek yogurt, some frozen blueberries, throw that on top, cinnamon, a bit of stevia, some rice cakes in there, some peanut butter if you want to add some fats, or there you have it. So that's pretty much it. Foods that I've been limiting myself, and I'm back on it. Red meat, big fan of red meat. You eat red meat, you just feel stronger. Liver, whole eggs, eat your fats. Greek yogurt. I got 0%, but actually, if I was looking for 2% to get those fats in there. Okay, see you guys soon. Ciao.